Hello, my name is Samu Ford, and today I want to talk about reprogramming your mind. So, let's start with this concept. You probably realized by now that everything we learn isn't actually something that our mind creates, but we just simulate and copy what others teach us. Even the learning you do in school, it's not so much learning, but just copying what you do in other exercises. For example, you learn how to do a math exercise because you do many similar ones, and so you kind of understand how it works. You learn the formulas, you learn how to talk in the same way by hearing how others talk. So, with that, what I want to say is that the outside world has a huge influence on us. Everything we see, everything that we hear, everything that we feel has an impact on us. Maybe watching a TikTok video 6 months ago made you think of something today that maybe you didn't want to think about, or maybe it made you decide something that wasn't really right for you. So it's really important to control what influences our mind, and the most important thing to limit is the internet. There is a reason why the people on the internet are called influencers, because they can influence your decisions. If you see an ad online, you might think that you are not interested, and so it doesn't really matter, it didn't influence you that much. But maybe it develops a need for you to buy something, or some type of material need. So that maybe a week after you go on Amazon and you start looking at all these things to buy that maybe you can't even afford, or maybe you see a guy on Instagram doing some boxing moves and he's shredded, and so you think, oh, I absolutely want to start boxing. And yeah, maybe it's the right thing for you, but probably it isn't, because it's something that you developed from watching a Instagram reel. So you need to limit the influences of the outside world, and since it's impossible to completely limit them, you need, every time you make a decision, especially the most important ones, really try to ask yourself, what influenced me into making this decision? What sparked this thought in my mind? Oh, it was an Instagram reel, so maybe it's not the best decision. But also the influence from other people can be negative. Maybe you have a friend around that is always negative, that always sees the glass half empty, that is always complaining about something, that maybe makes even some edgy jokes. You don't want those type of people around. You can maybe even try to tell it to him, hey bro, you're just always negative, why don't you try a more positive approach to life? It's very important that all these negative influences from the outside world are limited, and that you get aware of them. The most important thing about this video, what I want you to take away, is to become aware of them. Just know that every micro thing that you see on the internet might influence a really big decision that you make in your life, and that it might even be a bad decision. So there are some things that you can do to reverse this process. First of all, stop watching as much internet as possible. Maybe stop using at least 1 or 2 apps. I really suggest not using Instagram and TikTok, maybe YouTube, but I'm a YouTuber and I use YouTube 10 minutes a day just to watch what the other YouTubers are posting and what type of thumbnails they are making. But if it wasn't for that, before I started doing YouTube videos, I didn't even watch YouTube anymore. So you can try to limit this influence as much as possible. It is possible to not use any social medias, you can do it. And you can also have some positive influences. Maybe you can listen to a podcast that says positive phrases, or that says motivational phrases. I don't really like motivational videos because I think they might be a waste of your time. But maybe you are for example, I go to a gym with my bike. So while I'm biking, there's not much I can do. I can listen to some music, or I can listen to some motivational podcast, or maybe I can learn something new. But usually I prefer concentrating on the task at hand. But a motivational video while you are biking, or maybe you are going in the car somewhere, or any other occasion where you can multitask, maybe while you are running in the gym, you can absolutely listen to positive things, to encouraging things, and that will positively influence your mind. I really hope this video helped you. Remember to always question where your ideas came from. Question what influenced them, because almost every idea we get was influenced by something we saw. We thought that we want to take steroids because we saw a really huge guy in the gym. I'm making an example, obviously. We thought that we want those new shoes because we saw a rapper having them. We thought that we want to sleep with a lot of women because we heard it in some degenerate music. Even the music that you listen to can have a huge influence on you. So really try to think where your thoughts came from. And remember to always give it your best. Bye.